Dana with it to Edwards, to Worthington, tees it up, fires, deflected by Holmstrom. They score! Benny Holmstrom deflecting in. Joining us this intermission, one of the Riverhawk captains, junior center iceman Ben Holmstrom. And welcome.
Thanks for having me, Bob.
I've got to ask, I've been asking everybody this weekend, for this weekend's games, this question. 10 games left, more or less, on the regular season schedule. Is there more pressure now? Is this a pressure time of the year?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think you're kind of looking at this little stretch run as, playoff hockey pretty much. And with playoff hockey brings a little more pressure. But, that makes for good hockey, and it makes it exciting to be around the rink. And, I think everybody's looking forward to it.
I know the games in October are just as important as the games in February. I understand that. But do the games themselves, do they feel different in February, different than they felt in October?
Yeah, I think it takes on a little bit of a different feel. Things are kind of knotted up within the standings, and everybody's fighting for home ice right now, and we're right in the middle of things right now. So I think things get amplified a little bit more, and like I said, it's an exciting time, and everybody looks forward to this time of the year.
You referred to it as playoff hockey, and it's a common reference. Is playoff hockey or playing playoff hockey different than playing hockey?
Oh, it shouldn't be, but I think it is. You go out there, and when it's on the line, it could be on the line for the last time of the season. You try to give it that little extra bit, and you leave it all out there, and that's something that we've been focusing on here the last few weeks is leaving it all out there every shift and not trying to hold anything back. So I think if we get that down like we did last week against Maine, that can make us successful for the rest of the run here.
How'd that feel winning up in Maine for the first time in your career, and the bus ride home must have been a pretty good one?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, that's an intense place to play, and like you said, it's a good crowd and stuff, and tough place to win, and that was nice to get a win out there, and an enjoyable bus ride back. And
it was a one-goal game that we got one more than they got for the fourth time in our last 5 games. Earlier this year, we kept being on the short end of that. What's the difference between winning and losing one-goal game?
Well, I think it's it comes down to a lot of the little things. I think we're doing some small things like winning a few more loose pucks and finishing a few more hits, and those things really add up down over the course of the game, and maybe that's why we have won the last few one-goal games, whereas early in the season we were losing them. But I think the feel on the bench and stuff as the game was getting later and later minutes there, everybody was pretty confident that we were going to win it, and it's kind of a mindset also.
You talk about a few more hits, and I know the numbers are posted every so often now in the locker room, hits and flybys and that sort of thing. And certainly when we called the game up in Maine, we noticed right from the drop of the opening face-off, there was a lot more hitting. Do you guys pay attention to those stats, having that posted, hits and flybys? Does that make a difference?
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, those are little things that add up over the course of the game, and especially when you're in a smaller rink like Maine is, you instead of having a flyby, you finish a hit, all of a sudden, you turn the puck over and it opens things up at the other end of the ice. So we're trying to focus on that stuff, trying to get away from some of those bad habits like flybys, and you finish a hit and all of a sudden you're on a scoring chance instead.
Is there confidence growing in this team? Does it feel like it's on a roll?
Yeah, I think we're still trying to take it one day at a time, but you get a few wins under your belt and you get on a little run, confidence can be a scary thing that can kind of carry a team all the way through.
I asked the question because, as you said, in that third period in Maine, it's still a one-goal game. I mean, one odd bounce of the puck and things can dramatically change. But yet, as you point out, the team played and knew it was going to win and felt like it was going to win and was confident. Do you think in December we felt the same way in one-goal games, or is that something that kind of the mindset in tight games that has changed as well?
Yeah, it's definitely the mindset, and I think maybe we are maybe over that hump, if you want to say it like that. But I think being in those one-goal games earlier in the season where we were on the other end of it might be helping us now that we know what it takes to win those few loose pucks and not let a bouncing puck get by us or something. Because when it comes down to those last few minutes, we've been on the other end of it too many times where we want to make sure we come out up top.
How long does the shift last?
Right now, about 30 seconds. Getting later into the season, these tough games, you got to keep them as short as you can, and you just go out there and get a few bumps in and try to get a couple scoring chances. Then you got to get off the ice and let the next line go at it. And when you get momentum going like that, that's kind of the strength of our team when we roll 4 lines and get everybody going.
You mentioned that 30 seconds, and I think for the casual fan, that sounds like, boy, you're barely on the ice. That's a short time, but a lot can happen in 30 seconds.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you can go up and down the ice, 2-3 times, and hopefully you don't have to do that. You keep it in there and the whole time, and you're grinding away in the corners and beating them to loose pucks and getting rebounds and scoring chances. But 30 seconds is a lot of time. Like you said in that last game in May, there's 26 seconds left of the face-off, and that's still a lot of time for things to happen. So one shift is quick, but a lot goes on out there.
Does your mindset change in the last minute of play?
A little bit. I mean, you don't want to change things too much. You want to still stay on them and not really give them too much time or anything. But at the same time, you got to be aware of some different situations out there. How much time's on the clock if they got an extra attacker out there, and some little things like that. But for the most part, you're just trying to bear down and chip loose pucks out and just trying to not give anything up.
This team went through a period of time where we struggled to score goals. It's never easy in college hockey. I understand that, but we seem to have gotten past that. Obviously, with several wins here and scoring at a good enough rate. For this team psychologically, did we get over a hump there? Are we at a point where we relax a little bit more around the net now? Were we pressing at one point?
Well, I don't know if we want to relax too much, and when you get a puck around the net there, you definitely want to bang it home. But maybe we are over that hump, and I think that's a little bit of a mindset also that scoring goals, like you said, is tough, and we're working on getting throwing everything to the net and getting some dirty goals. And then when you get a few dirty goals, things start going in. You score some nice ones too. So I think a lot of it has to do with our confidence right now.
How do you like your game at the moment?
I like it. I mean, as long as the team's winning, you can't argue with how you're playing and stuff. You got to keep going out there and doing the little things that's making the team successful.
We going to get home ice?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're right in this thing, and we win a couple games here, and we're going to keep this roll going, and we're right in the middle of this.
Does home ice make a difference in the postseason? Is it a big deal?
I think it's going to be huge. I mean, you look at all the teams that are right there in the middle, and home ice could be what makes or breaks a series.
All right, fair enough. We're going to wrap this up. I'm going to ask you what I don't know why I decided to ask the goalies yesterday, and I don't know if it makes sense to ask those who aren't wearing all the equipment they are, but out of curiosity, what's your favorite piece of equipment?
Favorite piece of equipment? I like skates. I like keeping a good pair of skates around and messing with them a little bit, and everybody's got their own different look to them. So I think that's my favorite piece.
What do you do that's a little different with your skates?
Well, on mine I still go with the old cloth toes, and I go tongues out with I don't know, it's a little different, but that's just my style.
Do you remember the first pair of skates you ever had?
Yeah, Supreme 90s, Bauer Supreme 90s. I wore them forever.
Never had figure skates? Your parents didn't get figure skates when you were a kid or anything like that?
No, not a chance. Not a chance.
All right, Ben Holmstrom, a delight to talk with you. We look forward to doing it again as this year continues. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Bob.
That is Riverhawk Captain, Center Iceman, Junior Ben Holmstrom. You're listening to the Riverhawk Radio Network. Holmstrom in front. Felitti can't get a shot. Now put it on goal. Puck is loose. Backhanded by Holmstrom. He scores! And it's 2-0 Riverhawks. The tenacious forecheck of Holmstrom, Felitti, and Worthington.